Right. Uh, Enterprise. What was your favorite Enterprise? Or did you like Enterprise?
Ooh,
Well,
okay.
I'm gonna be that guy who says I hated past tense, hated Enterprise. But then I watched Discovery, and I have a much higher appreciation for Enterprise.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I saw how much worse.
They could get.
Yeah, 'cause the first time I watched Enterprise, I'm like, oh God, this looks nothing like what would have happened before the original series. And I get over to Discovery, and the ships are as big as a Galaxy class, and you know, got all kinds of heads-up displays and everything all over the place. So once I saw that, I realized, hey, Enterprise wasn't that bad.
You got to take into account the ability to go anywhere and everywhere at the universe at the same time. I mean, come on, really?
It's true. It's true.
Well, what do you think Kirk would have done with that power? I mean, there would have been nothing else but Starfleet left because Kirk would have gone
Yeah, I
like,
was about to say he'd fucking kill all the Klingons.
yeah, there's nothing left,
Especially after the
man.
second, third,
Yeah.
yeah, especially after the third movie.
Oh, you kill my son? Okay, I'll just kill your planet.
He
Just
genuinely would
pop up
have.
in the middle of Kronos and blow it up.
Yeah.
That's.
You killed my son. You've killed my ex-wife. You've killed everybody. You killed Spock.
I mean, the wife and the
I,
son was a bad idea, but killing Spock—that's just bad. Eh?
oh,
Yeah.
don't worry, they'll bring him back. He's too profitable. Star Trek 3, The Search for More Money.
Not only we're gonna make a planet, we're gonna make a baby Spock that develops at super speed. So it's okay. We got that covered.
Weird, sneaky hand sex with, oh,
Right. Okay. Well, I don't need
was
to
it
ask about
Christy Alley?
Discovery.
No, Christy Alley was in the second one.
Oh, you're
Kirstie
talking about
Alley was.
the Vulcan science officer that was on the planet with him.
Yeah,
Oh
the
yeah,
third
she
one.
was
I cannot think
cute.
of her name.
She was amazingly cute. I forgot her name, but yes.
Because Kirstie
Anyway.
Alley played the. In
Christy Alley played with pork chops, so I don't
Wow.
think that really.
Getting demonetized.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Next question. So this is about the original films. So, what did you think of Star Trek: The Motion Picture?
Well, it's good, but it's very slow. It takes. Well, I don't want to say it takes a while to get going because it doesn't really ever get going.
No,
But
it really doesn't.
it's got great model work. Everybody does a good job acting in it. You know, you can't call it a bad movie, but it's not one that I would pop a bunch of popcorn and sit down and watch like Star Trek 2 or 6.
Hold on. I want to know the guy who did the visual effects for going to like the center of the universe. How much LSD he was on when he made those lights and screen effects? Like that's the only thing I want to know. Well done, sir. Well done.
Fair enough. Right.
What about how bad the warp effects were in that?
Star Trek 2: The Wrath of Khan.
Love it. There is no Star Trek fan out there that doesn't just love that movie.
I thought it was horrible.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
What's wrong with you?
I'm kidding.
Okay.
Just dramatic effect only. There you go.
Right. So, what is it you loved about the film?
Well, it's the first time in the movies that we ever got any really, really cool space fighting scenes. You know, of course, they introduced the Miranda, and there's the great big end where, you know, Kirk gets him in the nebula, and it's very action packed, but at the same time, there's a lot of references to the original series, and it never loses the whole Star Trek charm. You know, you've got Genesis going on, so there's a little bit of discovery, and you can get drawn into, you know, they're creating this technology that could potentially change the lives of millions, and you get fun action and a fun movie without getting too far away from the roots of Star Trek.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going deep into it, I liked it because it had the essential of Starfleet's cutting edge development to make planets and peaceable atmospheres, so there's less fighting over environments. And then here you have Khan and Kirk going balls deep with some kind of hatred vendetta that spans the whole entire area. I mean, that's hilarious to me. I think
it's all about it's about creation and hope and technology and things exploding.
It really is.
I like that. That's pretty good. Right, Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock?
Dan Larroquette from Night Court was a Klingon.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what to think about that. Also, Doc Brown is a Klingon.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Christopher Lloyd.
That's hilarious.
There's that whole thing where people say that the odd-numbered Star Trek movies are the worst. I'll say that Star Trek 3 is the best of the odd-numbered movies. It's entertaining. It's not saying much, I know.
Wait, wasn't 5 the undiscovered country?
We'll get to it.
Oh, God.
I was going to say, if you call that bad.
We'll get to it. Right.
I can't say that undiscovered country.
Right.
We'll cover that when we get there.
Right, Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home.
It's got a pretty big cult following, and I understand why. But to me, I like the movie, but to me, it felt like the cheapest of the movies. Anytime you deal with time travel and going back to current day, you're just trying to save money on sets and costumes and such. But it's still a fun little movie. It's not quite the action-packed adventure that Star Trek 2 is, but it's got some pretty funny fish out of water stuff.
Fun.
Right, what did you think of it?
Also, there's whales.
Yeah.
What did you think of it?
I enjoyed it to a point. They never really do anything else about the whales, or if it's never mentioned after that episode, it's like one of those things that's forgotten.
Man, Lisa Flores points it out when you're at the academy in the tutorial Trek Online. Continuity.
Well, besides that, in the rest of the Star Trek genres, it's nowhere to be found. You figure that would be some kind of
historical
huge historical point. I mean, the entire planet almost got vaporized because we didn't have whales anymore. Like, that was a species that we neglected, and it just disappeared and almost killed everybody. So, I figure that would have lasting repercussions across all of Starfleet. But yeah,
clearly not.
But I did enjoy the trip around the sun. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed Spock putting down a punker on the bus. I liked a lot of the aspects, but there's nothing like seeing Chekhov. There's nothing like seeing Chekhov get escorted because he talks like a Russian in the 80s in America. That's awesome, man. Poor little guy. Where's the nuclear vessels? Like, that's it. You're done. Like, that was the best part, man.
It's true. Star Trek 5, The Final Frontier?
Oh, 5. Oh, yeah, so odd number ones are the worst then. Cause,
ooh.
Be gentle. Shall we move on?
Well, I thought that was the undiscovered country, so yeah. Or wait, what's the other one?
No, Star Trek 5 was The Final Frontier, and Star Trek 6
Star Trek 5 was the one with the 3-boobed cat lady. So let's move on.
Yeah, it really was a whole bunch of peace hippies that were fighting, and I didn't get that at all. It was really contradictory to itself, I think. And then, I'm sorry, but he had to go to the center of the galaxy to find God, quote unquote, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, well, I mean, the Enterprise from back then did amazing things with their warp core then, because it only took them like a fraction of the time that it would have really taken anybody to travel that far. So impressive. Well done.
Also, apparently you just fly through a cloud and you're there, and
Yeah.
everybody's freaking out about it.
Yeah.
And the three-bird cackle do, apparently.
You know what? The best thing that came from that was just like what made Back to the Future great was they had a hoverboard. Well, Spock had jet boots. Who doesn't want jet boots? That was the only good thing that came from that movie, if you ask me.
It's true. It's true. Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country.
My favorite Star Trek movie.
Agreed.
Thank you.
100% agreed.
Oh my God, I just love it.
It had Klingons, it had action, it had subterfuge, it had mystery, it had everything. I mean, it was just,
Oh yeah.
it was awesome.
Plus, it had the Battle of Camp Kittimer is one of my favorite Star Trek battles.
Mm-hmm.
I am a huge Excelsior fan, and just that whole confrontation between the Bird of Prey, the Enterprise, and the Excelsior, that blew me out of the water the first time I saw it.
Then fly her apart. Yeah, I like that. That was good. When they're going in there to help Kirk, that was awesome.
Now, Tuvok's a part of that ship at that time. Is that right?
I'm sorry, what?
Tuvok was in that crew on the Excelsior.
Tuvok was, yes.
I fell asleep during a lot of Voyager. I don't know.
Yeah, Tuvok was in there. He was a young ensign.
That's right. Why did you fall asleep?
Was
during
Tim Russ
Voyager?
actually?
It was actually Tim Russ, yeah.
Oh my God, I never noticed that. I'll have to go back and again.
Why did you fall asleep during Voyager?
I just couldn't get into it.
It's because of Harry Kim. Everybody hates Harry Kim. Like, that's...
Actually, I hated Neelix. Neelix is like the Star Trek.
It's true.
Neelix, I like Neelix. I think Neelix was okay. But Harry Kim, there was just no personality at all. Like, even when he's like fake crying, it was like, wow, bro, like, I'm sorry. Anybody could do better than that.
You can't even fake cry. How dare you?
Yeah, exactly. It was like, wow.
Star Trek 7 Generations.
By the way, he fake cried a lot. I'd like to stick on that point.
Yes, he did.
Kim was the biggest crybaby Starfleet had ever put in the service.
I'd ever had. Why not?
Yeah.
Generations? Star Trek Generations?
Captain Kirk made toast with Captain Picard. That's all I took away from that movie. Wait a minute. Was Generations the one? Yeah, Generations was the one
with the Nexus.
D crashed.
Yeah.
That was a kick to the ball.
Oh yeah.
You know, the Galaxy is hands down my favorite Star Trek ship, and I know that's kind of controversial to say because the Constitution or the refit, but that hurt to watch a little bit.
No, it was taken out by one Klingon bird of prey. Like, really?
Don't start.
Come on, really?
Don't
like,
start.
come on.
Well, the way
that
they
is
did
difficult
it,
to watch.
Well, the way they did it wasn't they messed with LaForge's visor.
Visor, yeah, they got the shield frequencies, blah blah blah. Still, come on, a freaking bird of prey takes out a Galaxy class starship.
Yeah.
No,
it just wasn't worth it, was it?
No.
Star Trek First Contact.
– Probably the best of the Next Generation movies.
Agreed.
I mean, it's got some inconsistencies, but that's to be expected from a Star Trek movie at this point. It's okay. It's Star Trek Borg, basically. I don't know why they call it First Contact.
That was a video game, wasn't it? Star Trek Borg. It was a PC game.
Really?
Yeah. Q was in it, and it was like an interactive video game. you were an ensign and Q was messing with you, and you went to the battle with 359, and you just had to survive, basically. It was quite a good
He
game.
probably. I would have just flown behind all the ships and like the Borg try and come to me then through all the dead bodies. I'm like, good luck. Good luck.
Fair enough.
That
Way
definitely
through
wasn't the Borg from Star Trek Online, because
No.
all you need is a Miranda.
Yeah. All you need is a shuttle with good equipment and you can take out a Borg cube.
Oh, I feel bad sometimes.
Right, so what about you, Eden? What did you think of First Contact?
I thought going back, seeing the actual First Contact and the warp actually get developed, and First Contact with the Vulcans, everything about it was cool.
Yeah, everything was cool.
Sorry, I saw in-game chat. It distracted me.
That's all right.
And no, I didn't see that. But yeah, the everything about it was amazing. I thought it was really cool to go back and experience everything about it. Having the Borg there, and fighting the Borg on top of that, that was pretty good too. It had moments I really liked with Data, but overall, oh man, just going back. I don't care how they did it. Just going back and seeing how the Earth was at that time was pretty cool. So I'm glad they incorporated that into the Star Trek genre somewhere at some point.
Yeah. The only thing I didn't like about the movie is I don't understand why they had to put First Contact in there. It seems like I get that they wanted to do, humanity's first steps in the warp, but really they could have had it at any time.
Oh, put First Contact in there at any time?
I mean, just like the Borg time travel invasion thing,
Harper, your mic's just phasing out.
Yeah, going in and out.
Bit.
Can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Try saying that again, like why it was.
I don't know. I realized the reason they did First Contact was, kind of symbolic.
It's just done it
I
again.
feel
Horrible
like
timing.
the Borg time travel could have done just about anything with it.
Yeah. You could have.
I don't know. It's a fine movie. It's fun to watch.
Well, now I hate you because you didn't agree with me. So.
Oh. Well, that's a bummer. Guess I'll have to leave the fleet.
Oh.
So the shittest Star Trek movie I've ever seen, ever.
The which was?
Insurrection.
Oh
Dear
God!
Lord.
Oh my God!
Mm-hmm.
Anybody
Your thoughts?
remember that episode where Picard was supposed to move all the Indians?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
It's just
That's
that.
the last one you see Wesley. That was it.
Yeah. It was basically that stretched out for a very long time and making little sense. and blowing
Terrible.
up.
It was terrible.
Oh, God.
And I think it's the first time you ever heard swearing in Star Trek as well. Because Riker went, we're not, was it, we're something, bastards or something. You remember that? Can't remember
I
what the dialogue
think
was.
so. It's been a while since I've seen that movie, and I haven't rewatched it.
Yeah, we're not running from these bastards or something like that. It's the first time you
really?
heard swearing in Star Trek.
That's because they had to put something in there to get fans to go, oh wow, something new, something different, instead of blah blah. Let's put skin over my face. I'm the villain. Yeah.
It's true. And Star Trek Nemesis.
Oh.
I mean, I can't say too much bad about it, because at least it was entertaining. Completely stupid. I mean, it definitely
Oh, so bad.
things in it, but
So why was it stupid?
Young evil Raymond Picard.
see, I could actually buy that, because it seems like something that would not come out of not the Next Generation, but the original series. Like, that's a plot line I could see them doing. thing that I thought was stupid was like the other data that they had, and then somehow, despite everybody implies that the Romulans had a very tight rein on the Remans because they were basically slaves, how they were able to build this super huge, like, fleet destroying starship in secret.
What are you talking about? It was only like 50 times the size of the Enterprise. I mean, that's easily concealable. God.
Yeah.
God.
I'm not buying it.
And the hangar bay with like how many Scorpion fighters? When you see it, you're like, yeah,
There's
it's a
about
small ship, of
800
course.
of them or something.
Yeah, easily concealable.
There's
Yeah,
like 3.
There's more than that.
no, it was a whole bay full. When you see it, it's just
When it pans
there's
out, it looks like there's millions.
hundreds.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, there was like 3.
No,
It's a small ship. You can't fit that many fighters. It's like 3.
Yeah, 300 maybe. Yeah. Oh my god! Yeah, when I saw that, oh yeah, let's just fly it down the hallway and then exit the ship. That was good too. Yeah, I'm not. Good job.
Nah, it was stupid.
I mean, there were a lot of bad things about like mentally trying to. I don't know what they were doing with the whole Troy thing, but leave that poor girl alone. She's been through enough.
I know. It was actually abuse, wasn't it?
Oh my god!
Yeah, it was. It was almost like borderline. Like they're trying to. I don't know.
Mind
mentally
rape her or
again
something like that.
Yeah, she's been mind raped. I think like
happening.
how many times has she been mind raped in Star Trek? That woman's mind is like, wow, just leave it alone already.
No wonder the actual actress is an alcoholic now.
Is she?
I think she is. Sure she is. What's her name again?
Oh, I don't know about that.
She did some sketchy movies early in her career, but
she really
know
did,
about
didn't she?
Wow, now we're just judging her. Good. Let's
No,
all...
I'm not judging her. See, I am very happy that this is going to sound really stupid, but I am actually very happy that Star Trek happened to her because that gave her a fantastic opportunity to basically do Star Trek and nothing else and be set for life.
Oh yeah,
So,
each and every one of those actors.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think LeVar Burton had to do Reading Rainbow?
Hey, I watched the hell.
Oh, are you kidding? It's in a book, bro.
Yeah.
I used to watch that all the time.
Take a look.
It's in a book. Oh my god.
Fix the warp core.
Yeah. Oh, that show was awesome though. That actually got me into reading, believe it or not.
Oh, okay. That's pretty good.
I tell Sesame Street to prove me wrong on that because through Sesame Street.
Sesame Street.
See, where I
Sorry, what was that?
Yeah, what was that?
Oh,
It's
technical
like he
issues.
dunked his mic in water and then just kind of faded out.
Or slapped a fish or something.
I don't know. Yeah.
Is he back?
I don't know.
Please tell me I don't have to pause this.
Yeah, that would be horrible. It'd only be like the 100th time that we had the pauses.
No, because I mean, I've gone for 23 minutes without interruption and we've done really well.
Oh, I didn't know we were doing really good. Thank you for telling me that, though. Good.
It's all right.
Now the pressure's on.
No,
No, but Reading Rainbow was amazing. I thought Reading Rainbow was just perfect. It was great. Sesame Street sucked. Whatever.
Oh, Sesame Street was amazing.
Fuzzy Muppets, trying to get me to laugh. They gave me nightmares.
I'm sorry, the Cookie Monster was the best.
Okay, no,
Hands
wait.
down.
Oh, yeah, he was.
He was.
Because I was thinking Animal was the best, but that was for the Muppets, and that was the best.
Right, okay.
Muppets and Sesame Street, big difference. You act like the same guy made both of the. Oh.
Oh wait.
Right, okay. Favorite.
3 little arms grabbing children is not my idea of a show, mate. I'm sorry.
Oh, jeez.
That's what you can sum. That's what sums up Sesame Street. It's furry arms grabbing kids. That's what all of Sesame Street was about.
Thanks.
It's horrible.
I'm going to get demonetized.
No problem.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you. Okay, right. Moving on. Favorite starship captain?
Jellicoe.
Okay.
I gotta agree.
That guy came on board the Enterprise
Chain
and
of
started
command.
bitch slapping everybody.
See, I
He
like him.
slapped everybody.
I like
Troy
Jellicoe
came in.
because
Troy came into his office. She's like, I feel like you're being a little too rough and strict. He goes, hey, I really appreciate the input. He's like, great outline. He goes, I really like it. He goes, why don't you take care of that? But before that, shut up, get in uniform, and do exactly what I tell you. And I was like, I like this guy.
So you're going with Jellicoe.
I like Jellicoe is before the Dominion War, he was kind of the first glimpse of what we got. That was like what Starfleet is capable of when put into a tense situation that could possibly bring about war. He came in, he didn't take any nonsense, he kicked some ass, and he was just very competent. I felt like he was a good military leader, and in the Next Generation, we didn't see a whole lot of that. So that's what I like.
I agree with that. Like, there's nothing like telling Geordi, hey, great job, but let's tie the warp core directly into the weapons so we get 3 times the power. That was good to hear. I was like, oh, they can make the Enterprise better. Let's do that.
No. So we're going with Jellicoe then.
I like him just because of how flashy he was. Yeah.
Okay. Right. So
Same here.
But
I don't know if
choose
you-
Harper. Yeah. Harper, you go with Jellicoe.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go with Jellicoe.
Wow. Okay, now here's the thing. If we're going regular Starfleet captains out of the 3 or 4 that are mainstay for Star Trek?
No. I asked who you thought was the best captain. You
Well,
Well,
I'm gonna go with.
then yeah, I would go with Kirk too, hands down. Kirk was awesome.
I like Picard better as an officer. Like if I was gonna serve aboard a starship, I would want to serve under Picard. But Kirk is just more fun to watch.
Picard always reminded me more of an admiral / ambassador more than he did a military captain. I was like, he's great. He's awesome. He's
Yeah,
amazing,
but that's kind of the point. That's where they were going with the Next Generation is to show Starfleet didn't just fly here, meet some aliens, blow them up, or even. So I understand why you get that vision of him because I think that's the vision they had for the Next Generation as a whole.
I agree with that. I think they went from Kirk, who was frontier justice, to Picard, who was like instituting rules and being the ambassador, building up relations. I agree with that. So yeah, you couldn't have Picard without Kirk. I agree.
Nope. Couldn't happen.
Alien faction outside the Federation. Which one's your favorite?
Kazon.
The Kazon. Really?
No,
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
Those hairdos, man. Hairdos of rock. I tell you what, that was pretty good. Whoever came up with that one, bravo.
Like an 80s hair metal band got stuck in the Klingons.
Oh my god. I would go with Tholians. There's nothing like having little crystalline radiation monsters that, their poop could literally kill a human being. That's really good. I like that.
I might have to say maybe the Cardassians because they were such good bad guys. They were willing to sell out the entire quadrant just because we made them feel bad because they couldn't win a war.
Yeah,
And they're space Nazi jackasses. I love it.
Monetization again.
They're so much fun to hate.
Sure. What do they call them? Spoonheads?
Well,
Let's go completely racist in Star Trek.
No, please don't.
Damn spoonheads ruined everything.
Let's not get him demonetized. We wouldn't want to offend any Cardassians out there. YouTube.
Yeah, Lord forbid.
Oh, wow. Well, that's been half an hour. So, thank you for coming.
Now you're going to cut us off. Oh, good.
Well, I don't want to go too long with
He's
this.
tired of listening.
Unless you want to keep going.
Apparently.
Oh, I don't mind. I'm just trying to think of a question to ask you.
For fading out.
What? For fading out?
How about ask us our favorite class in STO?
Your favorite what?
your favorite class in STO.
What is it? What's your favourite class?
I gotta say science. I love science wizardry. I think it's awesome. You
go with the underdog.
Great Nerf. It was what?
Say engineering. I'm going to go with the underdog. I'm going to say engineering, just because we are not competitive in the meta in the slightest, but it's just fun. You can't die.
Oh, believe it or not, that's my second, and it's a very close second to science. But I hate TAC just because TAC, the game has been built around TAC for like, what, 2 years now?
Mm-hmm.
It's all TAC. It's TAC or nothing.
Pretty much.
Give us something new to do. Thank you.
Fair enough.
And please don't ban my account because I said that, and I have an opinion.
Well, thank you for joining me on my first podcast. I really appreciate it. It's been fun. Sorry about the mic technical problems. It's not smooth, but at least we got there in the end. So thank you, Harper, for joining me, and thank you, Eden, for joining me on my first podcast. Much appreciated.
Thank you for bugging us for half an hour.
And I'll hear from Joe Swanson just one more time. Oh, this is awkward.
Joe's dead.
Joe's dead. Apparently.
Peter finally got to him.
Oh, wow. That's not good. No? I'm not getting
Joe
it.
Swanson, no comment.
Joe?
Joe Swanson out.
Joe Swanson, peace out. I don't know. I'm stopping the recording now then.
Get him to do it now before it's too late, before his Wi-Fi kills him.
Wait, what am I doing?
You gotta say like goodbye, Peter, or something like that for the podcast.
Oh no, you've got to say it again.
Oh no, yes, Robo voice. Do it again.
Goodbye, Peter.
Goodbye. I'll take that.
Oh.
Right, thank you.